10, choosing skincare products. Facial oils are great for dry skin and hair. Air conditioners and heaters just suck the moisture straight from the skin. This is called moisture loss. When this occurs, the skin is not protected by a barrier that's sufficient, and the water actually gets sucked away. The best protection are lipids or fats or oils. Logically, facial oils can be one of the best antidotes to prevent dry, flaking skin, rough, rosy cheeks, and moisture loss. They can be very hydrating, which makes them especially useful for people with dry skin and dry hair. Argan oil, vitamin E are great for just about any skin type and any skin issue. And you can use them on your own, or you can add 2 or 3 drops to a moisturizer or a serum. If chosen wisely, essential oils can be much more effective at moisturizing than the vast majority of standard over-the-counter lotions and creams. For softer hair and skin, and to note what island women have been known for years, simply put a drop or 2 of coconut oil in your hair product, and it'll make an instant difference if you have dry hair. Applying cocoa butter to the driest areas of your body, and you'll have instant relief from itchy skin. Also, almond and avocado oils have been known to have really hydrating omega-3 fatty acids, making these good choices for sensitive skin. Facial oils are the perfect lubricator for makeup too. We all know that the smoother and moister your skin is, the better your whole face will look when you apply foundation and other cosmetics. Quick absorbing oils penetrate quickly on the top of the skin at lightning speed, and they quickly set up comfortably into the areas that need hydrating the most for makeup. So some of the molecules actually stay on the surface, helping makeup and foundation glide effortlessly onto the skin. It looks like a primer. Additionally, these provide an immediate plumping effect so that foundation, makeup, and blush doesn't get stuck in the crevices. In other words, facial oils can create the perfect canvas, just like a primer, for applying foundation and cosmetics. I use them. I have a little bit of foundation on right now, and I use them, and you can see that it just looks great, even though I'm in my 60s. Many high-quality oils like baobab, marula, they actually have anti-inflammatory properties as well, helping to quell irritated skin. And the things about this that are important is that the anti-aging ingredients and the antioxidant ingredients are designed to stimulate collagen production. Retinol or alpha hydroxy acids are also highly effective anti-aging ingredients that do this by plumping up the skin to change it. This is called the irritating or stimulating effect. If you combine oils with these ingredients like Kalahari melon seed oil, baobab, marula, pomegranate, argan, these are ideal for irritated skin that has been stimulated by these ingredients, and we highly recommend combining these. In fact, our sponsor, Ellie Glow, has made a science of combining stimulating and purposefully irritating the skin to make an anti-aging product that's ideal. Acne and rosacea products can be drying, and one issue with acne products is that they dry out the skin, setting up a vicious cycle of dryness and oily overproduction, causing even more breakouts. By using facial oils like Kalahari melon seed oil, jojoba, and others with anti-aging products, it can actually reduce oil production. Just keep in mind that a small amount of the right product, the right oil goes a long way for acne-prone skin. Tea tree oil in particular has been very well known, and vitamin C oil will help any scarring with people who have had severe acne. Now you have to remember that too much of anything is never a good thing. Geranium oil is fabulous at reducing redness from rosacea as well, but too much is just has the absolute opposite effect. You don't want to slather your face with irritants and oils that are extremely potent. So the question is, how and when do you use a facial oil? Now that you know a lot about oils, let's take a look at what you should do. I think it's important to address some of the questions that may come up about oils. For example, do I use oils all over my face, my neck, my body, my hair? When's the best time to apply oils? What other products should I be using in combination with oils? How much oil should I be using? So when you're looking at oils, it's really great to think about them in terms of what you're going to say to the client. So here are a few conversational coaching conversations and some basic conversational coaching tips about facial oils to get your clients to make the most out of facial oils that you recommend. I want them to apply them based on, of course, patch tests and areas of the skin. So here's the type of thing that I would say to a client. Michelle, I always advise clients to use facial oils where they need them most. If a client has eczema on her forehead, she uses facial oils in that area to stem off that particular condition. She doesn't need to use facial oils on the rest of her face. That might be counterbalancing some of the goals that she wants, and it's the same with you. When we talk about facial oils, we want to get the right facial oil for what you need to do with your skin. In fact, you don't need to use facial oils on the rest of your skin, which tends to be T-zone and oilier in certain areas. We need to do a patch test on your skin so that we know what's going to potentially occur, because these are quite potent oils. But what we want to do is make sure that they penetrate properly and that they're giving the right protection and hydration. Facial oils are great for this. In this way, we can use oils judiciously to spot treat the dry areas on your face rather than applying it all over your face, because in the T-zone, it's not going to be appropriate. One thing I'm going to tell you is that oils, facial oils in particular, go a long way. One drop of oil can go a tremendously long way. In fact, if people use too much oil, we don't like that. So to avoid that, you have to think about combining facial oils with some of the other products that you're using. Face oils that I'm going to recommend to you are highly concentrated with lots of nutrients. The one that we're going to talk about providing to you has marula oil in it. It's actually Ellie Glow's Desert Proof facial oil, and it has 4 times the vitamin C of an orange. That's really powerful stuff. And that's only one of the ingredients in Desert Proof. So please remember that a little goes a long way. 1 to 3 drops of the facial oil that we're choosing are enough to cover your entire face and neck, delivering tremendous benefits to your skin that it needs. You also said that your hair was dry and brittle, and I can actually see that that's true. So what I do is I use a drop or 2 of Desert Proof in my hair just to smooth it down and calm it down, and your hair will look smoother and a lot healthier within a very short period of time if you do the same. I highly recommend it. So it's a multi-purpose facial and hair oil. A lot of clients ask, how do you combine oils with serums or moisturizers, and what's best? You can actually really get enhanced effects on results with this practice, and I always recommend adding a drop or 2 to moisturizers in the day or in the evening, especially if you have dry skin. The good thing about being able to add facial oils at certain times of the year is when the air quality is much drier is obvious. You help lock in hydration, and then you can boost a moisturizer when you need it. You can actually put it on your hand. Or you can actually swap out moisturizers because you can choose to add or not add certain facial oils to them. What I do is I'm pretty consistent with my moisturizer. I just love it. I've been using it for years. It's the exotic moisturizer with the exotic oils in it. But in the wintertime, when there's no rain or a lack of humidity, I do put a little bit in my hand, pump a little bit out in my hand, and I add a drop of essential oil to it, and that really supercharges the moisturizer and helps my skin when the weather and the climate conditions need it. My second favorite way to using them is to add them to a drop of protective or anti-aging serums. I don't ever add it to the vitamin C or retinol serums because this can actually reduce the efficacy of these particular serums. The same with the rosacea or acne serums. What you want to do is add it to serums that are designed for that, so that you don't destroy the actual efficacy of that serum or the mix of that serum. So be very, very careful what you add oils to. You don't want to destroy the benefits that you're hoping to achieve with that product because you've put even a drop or two of facial oils that might not mix properly with it. So that's, in skincare coaching, one of the things that you're going to advise your clients is what type of products you can add facial oils to be at their most effective. It's also okay to layer up with facial oils with ingredients like retinol or vitamin C if these have been absorbed for a few minutes. This is highly recommended and can, in essence, reduce the inflammation that the client might experience by using those type of strong serums. So it's highly desirable to do that. How do you use oils or moisturizers with essential oils as a primer? If you thought you needed a primer before putting on your makeup, that would be great. But a lot of clients don't understand how a primer makes their foundation and their makeup go on so much better. So here's a conversation that I would have with clients. Debbie, you asked me if I thought you needed a primer before putting on your makeup. I think you'd be happier using a facial oil or a liquid moisturizer with essential oils as your primer. I often find I get better results, and it works as a powerful antioxidant too, which I really think you'd benefit from. So here's the bottom line about using facial oils or liquid moisturizers with essential oils as a primer. I think let's really talk turkey here. That looking at your makeup, I think that you do need a primer. I can see that in the drier areas of your face, the foundation is actually gone, and in the oilier areas, it's still sitting there. So let's talk about what makeup primers are. Typically, makeup primers are a gel, a cream, or a liquid that, when you smooth them over your skin, they fill in your tiny creases, your large pores, your flaky patches, the bumpy textures, creating nothing but a smooth surface for your makeup to glide over. When your concealer, foundation, or makeup glides on, it doesn't stick to dry patches, settle into creases, or cake up all around the imperfections or things like acne scabs or bumps. If your foundation is sitting well on top of your skin, you don't need a primer. However, if you have oily patches or big pores or a mattifying facial oil or a liquid moisturizer with essential oils, using that as a primer can actually help smooth out the skin. If you have dry skin, you can use a hydrating facial oil or a liquid moisturizer with essential oils as an effective primer. For dull skin, illuminating facial oil primer or a liquid moisturizer with essential oils is a great option.